Hi everyone, it's Warren Griffin with RE/MAX, giving you some great real estate information you need to know. Hi everybody, it's Warren Griffin again with another important real estate tip that you need to know. I'm here today with Roger Rupp, better known to all of his friends as RJ. And RJ owns RJ Rupp and Associates for, my gosh, how long, RJ?
45 years.
45 years here in Carmel. And RJ is an insurance salesman. His company is fantastic. He's my personal agent, and I recommend a lot of friends and clients to RJ. And what we wanted to talk about today is the importance of your homeowners insurance when you purchase a home. Obviously, you need homeowners insurance. In fact, if you're renting a home, you probably should have renter's insurance too. But I want to talk about some of the advantages of insurance and when you're shopping, when you buy a house, and the importance of packaging an insurance policy together. And like your car with your home. RJ, why don't you kind of, first of all, explain what you do and why you roll those in together and what that does for a client.
Well, you are right. That's probably the first thing I try to find out when I'm quoting a home is the bundling factor, because it goes about 15 to 20% cheaper premium on your homeowner's insurance if they have the auto. Now, we don't have to have the auto, but I think it's always wise to at least look to see what that would do with the price, because it will lower your homeowner's insurance a lot of premium. So bundling is the big factor.
Well, yeah, I would think everybody would want to do that. It saves money.
That's correct.
Okay, now, there's two ways when people are getting insurance. You have replacement value, and what's the other one?
Actual ACV, actual cash value.
Yeah, why don't you explain that? And you were talking to me earlier that those are the only two options here available in the state. Is that correct?
Yeah, in the state of Indiana, when the insurance companies file papers to sell insurance in the state, they want to, do we have a replacement policy? Do we have a market value or ACV policy?
Right.
Obviously, everyone on a replacement policy means if it does burn to the ground, they have to replace the structure. In an ACV policy, actual cash value policy, or commonly with the consumer is called a market value policy. If you buy a house for $80,000 and really to replace it, it might be $200,000, but he just wants to insure his investment. So if his investment is $80,000, he just wants an $80,000 policy. That's okay. Market value.
Okay. Well, that's good. Now, what do you recommend, or do you recommend either way?
Well, a lot of people, real estate, you get a lot of investors that come in from out of state or whatever. They want to buy it, they're going to rent them out. Mm-hmm. You know, they're going to rent the property out, so they're going to rehab a little bit, and then they're going to rent it out. Mm-hmm. So all they're concerned about, most of those people, is the factor of getting their money back.
Right.
You know, so if they paid $80,000, they're not worried about if it burns to the ground. In most cases, these people, for investment purposes, all they care about, they're going to go to the next property. Mm-hmm. They're not really going to try to rebuild it.
I understand. But the average guy, like a guy that's buying a house, maybe it's not an investor, you would recommend what?
Replacement policy.
Replacement policy.
Yeah.
Now, RJ, I've run into this, and it's been rare, but I have run into this where somebody lives in a floodplain. And if that's the case and you're looking at a home that you're by a river or a lake, we're not talking about a retention pond, but, you know, like a particular piece of ground that FEMA may say is in a floodplain, well, then that's going to cost extra. That's your flood insurance. You have that also available.
Yes, we have flood policies, and of course it's mandated by the federal government. The standards, the premium, is set by basically this federal government. On the flood policy, up to the time of St. Louis flood, you had to be in a flood zone in order to get a flood policy. Mm-hmm. Under the new laws, that anybody can purchase a flood policy, even if they're not in a flood zone.
Okay.
And so that you can purchase that, and the rates are basically the same, depending on your flood zone. And yeah. Well,
even my own house, another thing I have earthquake insurance. It's very nominal. It's very a minimal cost. But, you know, we do live in the New Madrid fault line area where that could be a possibility someday. And my understanding is if you don't have that, and we ever did have an earthquake, well, you're not insured unless you have that.
That's correct. That's correct. You have to add it. And in a lot back a year, I think I don't know how many years ago, on radio, TV, they said, yeah, we're going to have a quake through Terre Haute and coming across the Midwest. And everybody called, and I want earthquake. And then they found out nothing happened. They would call the next day and get rid of it, But yes, you're correct. You need it. If you're close, you should purchase it. You should purchase it
because it's not big dollars.
No, it's only on a $1,000 premium. You're probably talking about only $50-$60 for earthquake.
Okay. Well, this has been good information, and for your average consumer out there, when you're buying a house, the one thing I want you to walk away with is package your insurance together. Get your homeowners insurance and your car insurance together. It will save you a ton of money. Now, RJ, I got one final question for you. Is now a good time to buy a house?
It's a very good time.
It's always a good time to buy a house.
It's always a good time.
It's always a good time.
It's better than renting.
That's right.
It's always a good time to buy a house.
Well, thanks for coming in today, RJ, and I hope you guys enjoy this and stay tuned for more tips about information you need to know when you're buying a house. Bye-bye now. Thanks for watching.